Hey, everybody, welcome back to Off the Wall. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sol.
They just keep dropping trailers, Sol. We're up to, I think, 11 now that they have dropped on us from D23. And those are just the ones that I have found. I mean, there might be more that we're missing for like little things here and there we haven't heard about.
Maybe what if they're getting to 23 trailers just for their name?
Anybody want to help me edit? But this is actually, so there are others we haven't done yet, but this one just dropped and your face lit up like a Christmas tree. So we're doing this one right away. We're talking the new series of Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, of which Sol is quite a big fan. She's got all the books and some.
They're above my head, so they're out of frame. I had to pull it out.
So what you need to do for next time is you need to go rearrange your bookshelf so that they're within view, because apparently that matters.
That's too much work.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, absolutely not. We've known this was coming for a bit. Didn't know we were going to get this weekend. I didn't know how far into production they were. So I'm going to do it. You ready to watch it?
I'm ready.
Look, I didn't want to be a half-blood. Being a half-blood is dangerous. It's scary. Most of the time, it gets you killed.
I got t-shirts.
My advice is...
I mean, they have t-shirts in the book.
You still can. Believe whatever lie your mom...
it's an orange Camp Half-Blood t-shirt.
Try to live a normal life. Because once you know what you are, you'll sense it too.
Is that the big house?
Come for you. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, and the Olympians, not the Lightning Thief. I'm sorry. Oh, sure.
Which is the series title. It's called Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and the first book's called The Lightning Thief.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. See, I don't know these things. That's why you're here. So that was a short. I mean, it was only a teaser, but
yeah,
that was short. But so you're the reigning expert on this. So just what do you got? What do you got for me?
So we only saw Percy there, and he's obviously the kid that's playing Percy, which I don't know his name. We get to hear him like kind of speaking over it and like giving truths, like being a half-blood is very dangerous. That's why there's Camp Half-Blood, is because these kids, like, there's demons and like other like Greek mythological creatures that are going after them. The second like people are able to like sense off them, like they have like a kind of like a radar pretty much of just like, hey, I'm a demigod, come attack me, to these people. And so that's why they have like this Camp Half-Blood, which has like this seal that goes around the camp that kind of like protects them. And then they get to learn combat skills. They get to learn different things to be able to protect themselves when they're in the real world, because during like outside of the summer, except for the kids that stay year round, like they go to school. So like sometimes demons are going to attack them when they're at school. So most of the time, the first two books are in the summertime. The third book's in the wintertime, actually. But like most of these things take place in the summertime because it's a sleepaway camp. And I believe they're upstate.
So you know, all that's going through my head right now, and this might, I don't know if you're old enough to get this reference, but we keep talking about Camp Super Camp, Camp Half-Blood, and all I can hear in my head is
Camp Anawana. We hold you in our hearts, and when we think about you, I hope we want a fart.
Because I grew up watching Salute Your Shorts on Nickelodeon, and it made camp look like so much fun. So that's all that's been going through my head this entire time. To answer what you brought up,
go ahead.
So Walker Scobell is playing Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
He was the young man who played young Ryan Reynolds in The Adam Project.
Okay.
Which wrecked me
I
emotionally.
did not see that one.
It's very good. It wrecked me emotionally because it's a lot of mom and dad stuff. And but also like the supporting cast, Megan Mullally is in this, playing Electo, or Ms. Dodds. And God, I'm so happy to see this. Jason Mantzoukas is in this as Dionysus.
Yes, which Dionysus is straight up. What happened with him in the book series is that he pissed off Zeus
Mhm.
And Zeus is like, well, you're now going to be a permanent counselor at Camp Half-Blood. Pretty much like and he just spends his time just like drinking and not really caring about the kids at all or their safety. And
So Jason Mantzoukas.
yeah.
I'm so ready for him in this show. Oh, this makes me so happy.
You're just like drink. But the thing is, like, he wants to like drinking, but drinking Diet Coke. Because, like, basically what ends up happening is that anytime he tries to make wine to drink for himself, that's part of his punishment.
Mm.
So, like, Zeus is like, no actual alcohol for you, sir. So he's just drinking, like, chugging down Diet Cokes like it's no one's business.
So the prospect of Jason Mantzoukas playing this guy has awakened a giddiness inside of me that I cannot even begin to put words to, because
imagine the god of the wine cannot drink any wine.
I can't. I don't know if I can still do the Mantzoukas eyes, but he's got the beard. But I love him so much, and I mean, this cast has me very excited.
And what I love the most about this is that they're actually children who are playing Percy and Annabeth. Of what I've seen, because the movies, they aged up the characters, which doesn't, like, they're 12 years old in the first book, and like basically there's a prophecy for when he turns 16. And I think in the movie it was like the prophecy when you turn like 21 or something stupid like that, where I was just like, that whatever. Okay, sure. I don't even remember because it was a crap movie.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And just too that Rick Riordan or Rick Riordan, I don't actually really fully know the way to pronounce his last name, but he is behind this 100%. He was not behind the movie. When they sent him the script, he was just like, I can help you with this script. They should really be younger, like for the movie scripts. And they were like, no, we don't need you. Like, and then they ended up being crap. And so he's fully 100%. Him and his wife are working on this. They pretty much have their hands in this. I have trust in him. And if he's going yes to these actors and yes to the script and is still 100, because he's very like, this is a series that has lasted so long with him that I trust it completely, and so that's why I'm very, very excited.
And just for some additional behind the scenes stuff, so each season is going to adapt a different book. So season 1 is going to be all the Lightning Thief. Rick Riordan not only is executive producing the show along with his wife, but he wrote the first episode. So the first episode is written by him, and also we've got
please let the title of the first episode, which is great. The titles of these chapters are so good. Like, I actually vaporized my pre-algebra teacher is the name of the first chapter.
That's fantastic.
And then like chapter 2, 3 old ladies knit the socks of death. So I mean,
well, what's also cool is, so 2 of the other guys who are producing there's a lot of producers on the show, but 2 of the main EPs are Jonathan E. Steinberg and James Bobin. So Jonathan E. Steinberg, he was a co-creator of Black Sails, which is an amazing television show. And James Bobin worked on, he's had a lot of comedy experience. So he was the director of The Muppets and The Muppets Most Wanted movies. He also directed 2 crap movies that I'm not going to mention, but he was also one of the writers and producers of shows like The Ali G Show and Flight of the Conchords, which he was a big part of Flight of the Conchords. So I feel like we've got guys who understand the kind of world we're trying to play in and the kind of humor we're probably going to go for, the kind of drama we're going to go for, the look and the aesthetic. So I think, and again, with Rick Riordan writing, this sounds to me as a pretty much objective third party that we're in some pretty safe hands.
And pretty much too, just what and again, the kid's name that's playing Percy,
Walker Scoble,
his voiceover literally comes from the beginning of the first chapter, where I said the first chapter goes, "Look, I didn't want to be a half-blood," which is literally what he says. Goes, "If you're reading this because you think you might be one, my advice is close this book right now. Believe whatever lie your mom or dad told you about your birth and try to lead a normal life. Because the second you know you're a half-blood, that's when the demons and the stuff and the creatures start attacking you.
Once they become aware of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other cool
That's
thing about this story is all of the half-bloods are ADHD and also are what's that where you like mix letters and numbers
Dyslexic.
up? Dyslexic.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of them. And it mainly was written because Rick Riordan, his son, was ADHD and dyslexic, and he wanted him to have a hero that had those attributes. And the reason they have those attributes is because their ADHD is their fight or flight, like because to fight off, to be able to have battle skills, they need to be able to react quickly. And then their dyslexia is because their brain is hardwired to read ancient Greek. So reading English is hard.
I remember that from the first movie.
They got that part correct.
Really don't like that movie.
No, not at all.
Somebody who didn't read the books thought it was fine, but no. But that's a really I'm always interested and fascinated when these stories will take something like that and kind of turn it into a strength, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's because one of the things I'm not a fan of, and you see this a lot in network television and streaming television lately these days, which is the concept of like autism as a superpower.
Yeah,
you see that a lot on shows like The Good Doctor, and as someone who used to work with kids on the autism spectrum for a number of years, that always bugs the crap out of me, just because it's like I get what they're going for,
mm-hmm.
but to me, I feel like it gives the wrong impression of what being autistic can actually mean, because it's such a broad spectrum. So, but I do appreciate them taking something like because my brother's dyslexic, so taking something like dyslexia or ADHD and finding a way to say, like, yes, you have this, but there's a reason why.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate that approach to that kind of thing a lot more. And again, because he wrote that for his son, it's like, and he did it with, there's a lot of the reason he wrote that was not to necessarily pander or prove a point, but was to give someone a hero that maybe they didn't have. Right. So I'm into it. I mean, I love Greek mythology and Roman mythology, and like I said, I like the movies.
Dude, you would love these books because
I'm sure I would.
He has Greek mythology, he has Roman mythology, he has a North mythology series, and an Egyptian mythology series.
Find me the time to read them as we react to a dozen trailers from Disney.
To 1,000 trailers from Disney.
Anyway, but no, I mean, this just from like what I'm because I don't get a lot from the teaser. For me, the teaser is for this teaser in particular is for people who are already fans of this property, who have read
saying, "Hey, it's coming."
the books. Yeah, people who have read the books and are going to get this. For someone like me, I'm just kind of like, I'm familiar with the name Percy Jackson, but what I'm reading about it and what you're describing to me is what's getting me excited. So I'm going to need to see another trailer so that as a viewer, I can decide if I'm really interested in this or not. Conceptually, it sounds really cool.
Yeah. We need some Annabeth. We need some Grover action. We need the story. And I hope they don't show too much of Mrs. Dodds in the trailer. I hope they keep that for the show.
We'll see. It's Megan Mullally playing her, which is, I just put Megan Mullally in everything, please. Like, just in everything. She's one of the best parts of Parks and Rec. Anyway, maybe, and who knows, maybe Nick Offerman will make a cameo. Anyway, so let us know what you guys think. Are you fans of Percy Jackson, the books? Did you like the first two movies? And in which case, Soul probably hates you. Let us know all this stuff down in the comments. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a single D23 trailer. And we'll see you guys again next time here on Off the Wall. Bye.